Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening for whenever you're watching this video. CSEA Local 41 podcast host Jackie Evans Jr. here with today's episode, Retirement. First and foremost, I want to acknowledge all the people who have retired that have unfortunately passed away. You will be missed, and your dedication and hard work to the service industry has not gone unnoticed. So just want to give a big shout out to all you guys and ladies, unfortunately, and I'll express all my condolences and energy and support to the families experiencing these losses. Today's episode is not for just union people. Today's episode is for all people working worldwide. So if you see it, pass it along, because it's about time as a group of people. We're not talking race, religion, creed, anything like that, identifying. We're just talking about people in general, or whichever way you choose to identify. Retirement. It's a goal we should all have. It should not be a goal to constantly be working until the day you drop. You should be looking to be able to kick your feet up and enjoy the latest senior season years of your life. And I think the way we do that is we have to start addressing just what retirement is. We have to make it to retirement, and making it to retirement is tough enough as the age constantly keeps rising no matter what industry you're in. Right now, for state workers just joining the workforce and being in tier 6, you have to make it to 63. And if the world is telling us we're supposed to start working early as 14, 15, 16, and you can start working for state agencies at 18, that's 45 years. That is a long time. Most of us can't even decide what we're going to do in the next 45 days, let alone 45 years. But that's the big thing of we need to make sure we get on the same page. And making it to retirement is as challenging as it gets. You want to be there, but you also want to be able to enjoy it. So you got to make sure you get into the doctor, getting your regular checkups, getting your physicals, not being afraid to go these places because it's important. It's important to know that you got to make it there. So that's the biggest thing. The first thing we're going to address is you got to make sure you go to the doctor and take care of yourself. You want to get there. Life is stressful enough, and you don't let the little things go by, and it might be, unfortunately, the reason you're sick, have to retire early, couldn't make it to retirement. You can enjoy retirement. You don't work for 45 years and only get 4 or 5 years into retirement into it. You want to be able to just have that time, take your time, travel the world. You want to travel it now as well, but you want to be able to travel the world, do things, experience things, and enjoy retirement in a way that you see fit. That is really important. So making it to retirement, there are a couple ways you can retire to financially take care of yourself, and that's going to be the most challenging because we all see the cost of everything is just keep rising, and the only thing that don't match it for working class people is your salary. So you definitely want to be a little bit more better with your money. And there are definitely classes out there that you can take. Most unions give classes. There's some free classes online. There's a free class library. YouTube is a great addition. You can go on digital networks. You can do a lot of stuff to learn more about it. But the 4 most common ways to retire and financially suffice yourself is a pension, 401k, Social Security, or a deferred compensation program. As union state employees, I would definitely encourage you to make sure you're taking advantage of deferred comp and your pension, getting ready to set up both. Now, the difference is when you got a 401k, you put as much money as you can into it, that's great. But if you don't invest that soundly and have enough, you have a finite amount in that 401k that has to last you the entire time you're retired. And if you blow through it, you're going to turn around and have to go right back to work. And then what did you get? You got a couple years off of a long vacation, maybe 2 or 3 years, and now you're right back in the workforce, getting up to give them 8 hours every day. No, we got to be better than that. Pensions that's what we work for, right? That's a finite amount of money you're going to get every month, but you also got to be smart with it. If the cost of living is constantly rising and your pension does not, how are you going to adjust? How are you going to adjust when they're trying to take every dollar away from you? As they say that, no, they don't need this, you don't need that. But hey, listen, the price of a gallon of milk today ain't what it was 10 years ago. It what it was 5 years ago. Gas now is not what it was back then. So you have to be able to adjust. You want to drive that big fancy car when you retire, you got to be ready to take that step with it. And it's big. You got to pay attention to those things. So post-retirement and making the most of it, enjoying your life, it starts with knowing how to financially take care of yourself. That starts with knowing exactly what you have, because when you have a finite amount of money, you have finite bills to pay that with. So what are you going to do? So the freest, best thing we can do right now, we definitely encourage people is eliminate the biggest expense you have, cost of housing. If you can eliminate or minimize it to a better account, you can take your retirement and really enjoy it. Let me give you an example. Let's say an employee retired, had $5,000 coming a month in their pension, or they were taking out $5,000 a month in their deferred comp, or they were getting maybe a couple thousand from Social Security, right? But their rent, their maintenance fee, whatever the case may be, is $4,000. You now have to survive of the rest of those 30 days. And we're talking about transportation, having fun, eating, showering, all that good stuff. All the stuff you need to do in life just to be regularly happy. You only got $1,000 to do it if you're lucky. How are you going to manage that? That's going to be tough. But if you flip it and you work yourself, you do everything you need to make smarter decisions, and you get to a point when you're ready to retire and you have lowered the cost of your housing, now you can go so much further. So let's say you had a mortgage that was $3,500, but by the time you went to retire, your house was paid off, and all you're paying is homeowners and rental insurance. Homeowners insurance and property taxes. You can stretch that $5,000 a whole lot further. Take that to places you don't even know it, and be like, hey, listen, I made it, so I'm gonna enjoy this. And that's what it's mostly about. You gotta enjoy your retirement. You do. It's important to enjoy retirement. It's important to enjoy what you've worked so hard for. You gotta eliminate those big costs. Listen, it'd be great to have that nice fancy car, but do you want to pay a car note when you're retired? No, you want to have that car paid off as well. You want to have all that stuff that you can pay off, that's going and pay for, and not have those recurring costs. Some costs recur. You got to pay your light bills. You got to pay gas for the car. Those things are going to happen. You're going to pay those off. But to have a $500 car note on top of with insurance and everything else, how's that going to work for you? Retirement is what we are aiming for. Retirement is what we work for. Retirement is the benefit of working so hard. That's why Social Security is out there. But the way things are going, can we even guarantee Social Security is going to be there? We don't know. We don't know what's next. And we got to be better. We got to understand that as workers, as people, making the most of our money now is what sets us up for later. We're not saying you can't enjoy life. You definitely should enjoy life. We only get one round trip around this. There is no do-overs. There is no take-backs. But enjoy it for as long as you possibly can. Take it all the way through. That's what's most important. You got to start there. We're going to be giving up a bunch of updates on that. Every time that we get a new tactic, a new thing we could teach out, we're definitely going to pass that out. I'm going to always post as much as I can. There might be a short video you might see later on where I go, hey, listen, check this out. We learned there's a way to do this. There's benefit programs you can take care of. Everything. I mean, some of us, we have kids now, eventually going to have grandkids. You're going to be able to take them and go through stuff. I mean, me personally, I'll take my grandkids as long as possible, but you best believe I'm going to give them back when the time is right, because I'm enjoying my retirement. They got to go back to their parents. The same way my grandparents sent us back, and the same way my parents sent my kids back to me. Like, we love them for a little time, but you got them for life. But they're amazing. We all love our kids. But still, got to be mindful of that. Like, you always want to do more for your people. You want to do more for your family. You want to do more for your friends. You also got to take care of yourself. Wholeheartedly across the board. So, to wrap up, let's make sure we take care of ourselves. Get to them doctors. You got the insurance. You got it. You pay for it. Use it. Let's make sure we take care of ourselves. Let's look at our financial costs. Let's look at our financial literacy and make sure we increase that knowledge. Let's look at what we do with our money and how we spend it smartly. And the big thing is, get ready to change your perspective on how you live now and as opposed to you live when you retire. Cost of living is everything that's only going up. So you need to combat that by being smart with your money and getting ready for that retirement. As always, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you want to talk about. We got some big episodes coming up. We're going to have some guests on with us. And as always, remember, for my people in the union, you are the union. Don't ever stop doing the great work you're doing. And for everybody watching and everybody who's not union, just working hard, you keep up the great and hard work too. Everything you do is important, and we need it out in this world. Stay positive. Jack Evans Jr., thanks for listening and watching. Have a great one.